Hello everyone, and a happy new year for those who are watching this more or less live. For me, we're kickstarting 2020 with a new sub-series for my YouTube channel. This one will be called Katharine's Creatures, and in it I'll be actually taking each different segment and talking a little bit about a beast or a being from some kind of world mythology. You may hear some stuff that maybe you're a little familiar with, the more common entities. And then there will be some that are hopefully pretty obscure that might even be new to you. But I just love mythology so much. I mean, I write fantasy, so clearly I do love the mythological creatures that exist in all sorts of world mythos. And I would love to share my interest and passion for this with you. Today I'm actually going to start with Nordic mythology, and that's due in part because of my Scandinavian heritage, as well as the fact that all my book series as of current do have some kind of Nordic reference of their mythos in some way, shape, or form. So I chose this one to begin with, and I will also preface, before I actually get into it, that though I love mythology, been reading about it for as long as I can remember. I mean, even picture books, I kind of fell into the whole Greco-Roman informative stuff for children. So I've grown up around mythos for many, many, many years. But with that said, as much as I love mythology, I'm not a linguist, so if I do butcher a pronunciation, I do apologize in advance. That is not my intent. I'm doing the best I can. So, as I said, going to Nordic mythology, today I wanted to talk just briefly about one creature that I feel very passionate about, and that is Ratatoskr. And Ratatoskr in Nordic myth was a squirrel that lived on Yggdrasil, and that is the world tree, the tree that held up the universe in the 9 realms, in which the realm of the humans and the gods and the Jotun, which are the giants, they all existed in and around Yggdrasil's roots and its canopy system. So with that said, Ratatoskr was a squirrel, and his predominantly objective, I guess, in the mythos and the few references they have of him, is he would scurry up and down the tree, Yggdrasil, and talk to an eagle, which would perch at the uppermost boughs of this cosmic ash tree, and then pass along information from that eagle all the way down to the base of the root structure, where there lived a dragon called Nidhogger. And he would pass information on between them. Maybe might have been informative, though certain references suggest that he was a gossip. And not only that, he liked to stir the pot in maybe a little more modern way of viewing it. So he liked to spread rumors between them and kind of goad and antagonize and infuriate the two other creatures and get them angered with each other. And he was just, the humble middleman passing along the slanderous information between the two. So he's a little, in reference of a squirrel, pretty little prickly creature in and among himself, and maybe even a almost comical character if you think of it in the way of a monstrous entity that sole purpose is to spread rumors. Go figure. But some other things about Ratatoskr, I guess the translation, as best we can decipher, is something pertaining to drill tooth or boar tooth, again referring to the fact that this is a squirrel, and they do have large teeth. And, if you think of the personality that you might attribute to a squirrel, or, rodents in general, they are fast, they're quick, they like to use their teeth. So I can see the fact, especially with squirrels that do chatter in trees, why they selected Ratatoskr as the entity which would scurry and spread news between the uppermost boughs and all the way down to the base of Yggdrasil, the world tree. But anywho, that's just a little information to kickstart. And if you have any suggestions of a mythological entity of any kind of sort, message me on my social media or post it in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can do the same. And until next time, Skål.